Now, from WYDC TV, this is Big Fox News at 10.
A verdict reached in the trial of former Minnesota police officer Kim Potter. Potter found guilty for first and second degree manslaughter in the fatal shooting of Daunte Wright in Brooklyn Center, Minnesota. We have details ahead, but first. Continuing coverage of Sunday's deadly brawl outside an Elmira bar. State liquor authorities have launched an investigation into the branch office bar over the circumstances that led to the deadly fight. Big Fox's Matt Kleindens joins us now with the latest on that investigation.
Good evening, and the New York State Liquor Authority is investigating the branch office after a fight involving 75 people. Meanwhile, the Elmira Police Department released new information regarding Sunday's incident. The branch office is under more scrutiny tonight as the New York State Liquor Authority launched an investigation into the bar. The investigation comes on the heels of a deadly fight that resulted in the death of 35-year-old Jeremy Scarborough early Sunday morning. According to new information from Elmira Police, multiple fights broke out inside the building, which caused the bar to close for the night. The fights continued outside, and Scarborough encountered a man who he had not met prior to the fights. Scarborough was stabbed in the neck during an argument and would later die from his wounds. Police say the bar owners are complying and have been given some leads. However, there is not enough information at this time to make an arrest. Anyone with information about the fight is asked to call Elmira Police. Matt Kleindens, Big Fox, WYDC in Corning.
TSA officials at the Elmira Corning Airport found a loaded handgun in a man's carry-on luggage on Tuesday. Officers say the man was preparing to board a flight when the gun was found. The man faces federal fines for bringing a weapon to an airport checkpoint. TSA reminds all travelers that guns must be kept unloaded, stored in a locked case, and declared at the ticket counter prior to your flight. Making national headlines tonight, former Minnesota police officer Kim Potter, who shot and killed Daunte Wright, claiming she accidentally mistook her gun for a taser, was convicted on all charges she faced. The Hennepin County panel found Potter guilty of first-degree manslaughter, meaning she improperly used such force and violence that death of or great bodily harm to any person was reasonably foreseeable. Jurors also found the former officer guilty of second-degree manslaughter, which only required a finding of culpable negligence. That created unreasonable risk and consciously takes chances of causing death or great bodily harm to another. Potter faces a maximum of 15 years behind bars. A hunter was arrested Wednesday for illegally dumping deer remains in Schuyler County. Environmental conservation officers first received reports of discarded remains on a resident's property earlier this month. Deer remains were also found in a tributary to the Cayuta Creek. The hunter responsible for the dumping was quickly identified and charged for illegal dumping and trespassing. The U.S. Supreme Court will be cutting its holiday break short. The justices will hold a special session to consider whether President Biden's private sector vaccine mandate is constitutional. Doug Luzader has more from Washington, where the new rules are just days away from being enforced.
Now, the timing here is important. The court will come back now to hear this case on January 7th, just before OSHA is set to begin cracking down on large private employers. Get a shot or get tested or face the consequences. The president's new private sector mandate goes into effect early next month. But first now, the Supreme Court will get its say, coming back in a special session to hear the case.
I think you've got at least 6 justices led by Justice Kavanaugh who are very suspicious of administrative agency overreach, and that this will be struck down.
The White House, though, is confident, they say, that the court will uphold the private sector mandate and a separate requirement for many healthcare workers. This all came on a day when the FDA approved a new COVID pill from Pfizer, which, when taken at home soon after symptoms arise, can significantly reduce hospitalizations.
This is a real game changer. This is the first antiviral pill that'll help keep my patients out of the hospital.
Good news, but the pill will be tough to come by in the weeks ahead. And the president just told ABC News that the government has already put in an order for millions of doses.
Don't hold me to the number. I think it may be 20 million, but a lot of pills, all they can make so far. But you know, I hope we don't get there, because if people get the shots, they get their 2 shots and a booster, they're not going to be in a position where they're going to need such a pill.
That as strict new rules go into effect here in the nation's capital, requiring proof of vaccination to enter bars, restaurants, and gyms. In Washington, Doug Luzader, Fox News.
The holiday rush is in full swing, with today expected to be one of the busiest days. David Lee Miller is at New York's LaGuardia Airport with what you're facing as you head out of town.
If you're heading out of town for the holidays, buckle up because you are not alone. Today is expected to be one of the busiest days on the roads and at airports.
We all want to get to our destination to spend time with friends and family, but it's the getting there that can sometimes be challenging. So just please allow yourself extra time to get to where you need to go.
Since December 16th, roughly 2 million people have passed through airport security checkpoints each day as they head out for the holidays. Many say seeing family again is worth braving airport crowds.
It will be really nice to see family again, especially my grandparents. I haven't seen my grandparents in like 2 years.
The majority of Americans will be hitting the highways. Authorities say being prepared can help make the roads safer for the more than 100 million Americans traveling by car.
Especially during the holiday season, you always want to make sure you get enough rest and make sure you plan accordingly for that trip. And always check your vehicle safety.
And it's not just the crowds and traffic you'll be dealing with. Snow and heavy rain in the western third of the country could cause a major snag in an already hectic travel season, impacting major travel hubs and highways. The surge in travelers coming as cases of COVID skyrocket, fueled by the Omicron variant, but many travelers say it's not keeping them from their destinations.
Preparing to wear the mask for long periods of time, for sure. Also getting COVID tests before we left.
Travel experts say the best way to avoid large crowds is to travel on Christmas Day or New Year's. In New York at LaGuardia Airport, David Lee Miller, Fox News.
Hey, baby.
We got the feed, or take a 15 or so. Central, can you send us to the center?
Hey, baby.
Hey, oh my God. Don't
try to get them to you today.
Newly released body camera video shows the incredible moments sheriff's deputies rescue 2 tiny babies who survived being blown away by the deadly tornadoes in Kentucky. The baby's grandmother says she placed the children, a 15-month-old and a 3-month-old, into a tub with a pillow, a blanket, and the Bible moments before the twister hit. Deputies found the tub in the home's yard, flipped upside down, with the babies unharmed inside. Still ahead tonight, officers in California pull over some people, but not for a crime. It's to give them some Christmas joy.
The more opportunities that we have to engage with people outside of those sort of crisis situations, I think deepen relationships, deepen understanding.
A look at the department's special mission to help families this holiday.
Here's your local stock market update from Big Fox. Now, your Twin Tiers forecast from Big Fox.
Welcome back. This weather forecast is being brought to you by William Mattar. Hi everyone, I'm meteorologist Monica McNeil in for Kim Walker, and our weather headline for the next few days, travel issues. We could certainly see some slippery travel troubles as we head into the holiday weekend. We've got the next storm system that's coming in for Friday night, bringing in snow showers. Some of those snow showers could turn into freezing rain during the day and then switch over to all rain by the afternoon on Christmas Day. Then we could see another system moving in, producing rain and snow as well on Sunday. Here's a look at your forecast map. We've got this warm front that's draped across the northeast. Yeah, and there's producing quite a bit of moisture. So we see snow showers to the north of us, and then we see a mixed bag of precipitation for us here in Elmira. So again, we could see some freezing rain as well as some snow showers. If you travel further south, the temperature's a little bit warmer, so it just switches over to all rain. So if you are one of those people that's trying to do a little last minute shopping, I don't anticipate seeing much in the way of precip for your Friday to the start of the day on Friday. So Christmas Eve will start out just very cloudy, right around 36 at 9 a.m., right about 44 degrees at noon, and about 5 o'clock, 39. Again, these temperatures are a little bit warmer than average for this time of the year. As we take a look at future radar, we could begin to see a couple of snow showers developing through the overnight hours. We do have that warm front in place, so you can see those snow showers through the overnight hours. And then at 7 o'clock in the morning, we're good. No snow showers. We don't start to pick up activity again until late in the day on Friday. According to future radar, you can see some spotty activity. Most of this is rain. We do see some freezing precipitation at about 6 o'clock. And then as we push the clock further, you can see more widespread activity. And this is Christmas Day. So again, we've got a series of systems moving through. Our forecasts for tonight, or our temperatures for tonight, are down to 30 degrees. Our normal low should be right around 25. So again, we're trending a little bit high for this time of the year. Normal high should be about 40. For Friday, we're up to 47 degrees. Again, for tonight's forecast, we'll begin to see some snow showers developing, I believe mainly after midnight. And then those will push through. Not any major accumulation with that batch of snow showers. Here's a look at your 7-day weather planner. We'll see quite a few clouds in the day. On Friday, the system moves in Friday night, producing showers and snow showers Saturday.
Officers in California pull over some unsuspecting people, but not for a crime. It's to give them some Christmas joy. Liberty Zabala has the details.
Good evening. Well, we are going on a ride along with Oceanside Police, who are on a special mission to search for 20 people, but they're not looking for criminals. Oceanside Police are on the hunt for unsuspecting drivers.
My name's Officer Hay with the police department.
Not for breaking the law.
We're trying to spread some holiday cheer.
Officers here received a $2,000 donation from their Secret Santa, nonprofit Trauma Intervention Programs, Inc., to give away not tickets,
Hello, I'm Officer Rubish with the Oceanside Police,
but $100 gifts.
The primary motivation is to really help people in the community who could use a financial boost. So we're donating $2,000, and the police, we think, are perfect carriers of this donation.
These officers targeted those who could use it the most, some who otherwise wouldn't have a Christmas.
The more opportunities that we have to engage with people outside of those sort of crisis situations, I think deepen relationships, deepen understanding.
Many were shocked. Their nervousness turned to smiles and tears by officers who went from capturing criminals today to capturing hearts.
Because there was no more Christmas. You do with that $100. She can now get a gift because her gift was to go to the desert. She actually saved her Christmas because we're quarantined until New Year.
All right, well, Merry Christmas.
Thank
you so much.
God bless you.
Now, this is the first year Oceanside Police have done an operation of this kind, and they hope to do it again next year.
Efforts to combat climate change and help reduce greenhouse gas emissions are spawning new modes of transportation. Marianne Rafferty has a special look at kite boats and one man's journey across the Atlantic on a unique craft.
You've probably heard of flying a kite, but what about using one as a mode of transportation? Meet Francisco Lufina.
Hello!
He's embodying the spirit of sustainability, traveling roughly 4,000 miles across the Atlantic Ocean on a boat pulled entirely by kites. Lufina ventured from Portugal to the Caribbean on this eco-friendly vessel, reaching max speeds of more than 18 miles per hour, with kites measuring in at 22 and 82 feet long.
We're moving about 12 knots.
And while surrounded by so much blue, Lufina's kite boat proved to be really green, with all the electricity needed to run the control systems powered by solar panels. He even got water for eating and cooking right from the ocean using a special pump.
It uses inverse osmosis, so it removes the salt from the seawater, and I can get 4 liters of water every hour.
But even though he was well prepared, it wasn't always smooth sailing.
There have been some problems with water getting inside the boat, inside the battery compartment, and also some kites have exploded.
Still, no matter how bumpy the trip got at times, Lufina had some adorable sea creatures keeping him company along his way.
Look at what we have here. Flying fish.
Lufina was out to sea for a total of 25 days, officially arriving to the Caribbean island of Martinique on Monday.
Hong Kong's famous Tiananmen Square statue has been taken down at its university. Workers are seen from above wrapping up the 26-foot-tall Pillar of Shame statue early Thursday morning before it was hauled away. Yellow construction barriers now surround the site where the statue stood for 20 years as a memorial for the victims of the 1989 Tiananmen Square massacre.
For me, it is like, or many people who study in University of Hong Kong before, they have treated this as part of the university, because it's given the symbols also is kind of the symbols of whether it still have freedom of speech in Hong Kong.
The Pillar of Shame statue of contorted human torsos was one of the last iconic memorials to victims of the bloody crackdown on anti-government protesters. The HKU Council, the university's governing body, said in a statement the sculpture will be held in storage. The joys of holiday fun can turn to painful times of holiday stress, and parents need to know how to help their kids avoid it. A poll from Michigan Medicine says 1 in 5 parents say stress during the holidays affects their kids' enjoyment, and avoiding excessive parental stress helps kids appreciate it more. Sources of stress are over shopping and tasks, household finances, family gatherings, and making meals. The researchers say keep to traditions, maintain some normal routines, and talk about the highlights with everyone. Zachary Levi goes from playing a superhero in Shazam to now playing a real-life hero in the new film American Underdog. Steve Rappaport has the story.
I feel alive. Zachary Levi laces up his football cleats to play NFL legend Kurt Warner in American Underdog. The biopic chronicles the former pro athlete's unexpected rise to fame, going from an undrafted rookie to a grocery clerk to becoming a 2-time NFL MVP and Super Bowl champion.
Well, that's gonna be fun. The entire story was there. Plus, all of this other stuff that I was very unaware of, all of the real life, struggle and the relationship and between Kurt and Brenda and Kurt and the kids. It just put it all into such a deeper and more grounded context that it made it all the more powerful.
I know why I'm here.
I'm excited for people to watch it and to hear what part of our story connects with them.
Warner was able to make it to the top of his game due to the love between him and his wife Brenda and their strong belief in each other.
That champion was born in this incredible love story, and that no one wins alone, which became the tagline of the film, and that these two people and their love for each other allowed them to endure and allowed them to keep believing and never ever give up on each other and on each other's dreams is such an amazing thing.
That whole process was absolutely beautiful to watch. It really, that's what we're about. Don't give up on it.
Anna Paquin, who portrays Brenda, says their love story is a great reminder of the importance of having a strong support system.
If you really have each other's backs and you really are willing to do whatever it takes for them, and that's a two-way street with them, that you can achieve amazing things.
Maybe you're ready for this moment. American Underdog opens in theaters Christmas Day.
Enjoy a cozy cabin getaway in Kentucky featuring a secret blend of 11 herbs and spices. I know, sounds weird, but listen to this. KFC is giving away the chance to take a vacation to a cabin built and decorated just for fans. A grand prize winner will get a 3-day, 2-night stay at this 7,000 square foot luxury log cabin in Kentucky for up to 8 people. It's decked out in KFC decor and features a built-in bar, outdoor kitchen, pool, hot tub, and theater room. To enter, you have to purchase an 11 herbs and spice fire log from Walmart. Scan the QR code, enter some information, and you're in for a chance to win. Deadline is December 31st.
Merry Christmas!
Santa spreads Christmas cheer in Jerusalem as concerns over Omicron grow. He belted out a ho-ho-ho in the Holy Land as Jerusalem's Santa ditched the reindeer and rode a camel along the old city walls. Santa gave out Christmas trees instead of gifts, and old St. Nick wore a mask beneath his beard as he described the reason for the season.
Today is better than last year with the pandemic, but always, whatever happened in Jerusalem, all around the world, I'll still give my message. peace and love and giving. And if the peace starts from the heart of the world, Jerusalem, it will be peace all around the world. That's my message, and I wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Ho, ho, Holy Land!
Thank you so much for joining us, and to all, a good night.